Alright, hon, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another riveting episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And today, as before, we are currently fueled by Grinding Coffee Co. It's a fantastic coffee that you can get, and if you use the code PARTYWAITGAMES, you can get a 10% discount. So keep that in mind and enjoy some good caffeine and bones. Caffeine and bones. That's what we're here for. We're also here for fairies. Hey, how's everyone doing today?
I'm doing very good. How are you guys all doing?
I'm doing well. My hair is purple today. Let's see. If you all are just kind of tuning in, Wild Beyond the Witchlight is a Feywild inspired adventure. Currently our party has been hanging out in the carnival as per the first chapter. Last time, our characters had begun, for various reasons, begun to investigate the carnival itself, to find lost items, to gather information on the realm of Prismere, to which they had a majority of success in doing so. They made a few different allies, and through those allies learned that the owners of the carnivals, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, are not lying so much as covering something up. It is understood that these two are good people, but hiding something that might lead to a bit of mischief. As such, the party has made plans to perform a bit of a heist and steal a precious item of one of the two carnival owners, in which to use as a bargaining tool to get them to spill the beans. And having made plans with some of their friends, let me make sure I can find one Candlefoot and his beloved mermaid by the name of Palasha. They offered to distract one of the carnival owners to make it a little bit easier for the characters to succeed. However, that was going to happen at the end of at the top of the next hour. So, in order to pass time, the party has made their way over to the snail racing to wait until their opportune moment. But before all that, before we get to them, we finally have a Striker here with us. Striker.
Hello.
Would you do me a favor and describe your character to us?
He's a rather large centaur, kind of quiet, raised by a combination of centaurs and elves, so he's kind of got like a mixed heritage and culture.
What is the name of our fellow?
Verndari.
And remind me again, what was your reason for investigating the carnival? You
Oh
hadn't.
boy.
You hadn't taken a lost item, did you?
No, I think it was a curse.
Right.
It was a curse where I have to repeat the last word in the sentence 3 times.
That's right. You're trying to remove a curse that was set upon you. Let's see. Where are my? Oh, story tracker, of course. I got my own little page of notes. That lets me keep track of things. But I keep overlooking it in the just obscene amount of pages here. So, Vrindari, where would you be in this moment, exploring this carnival?
Not too sure.
Just kind of wandering and trying to find someone who has information.
That, or is the group going towards the snail racing, or are they already at the snail racing?
The group has just arrived at the snail racing.
Let's say I'm betting on snail racing.
Okay. So let me paint the scene then for the entirety of the party and reread this lovely little bit. The grandstands next to the race course are filled with cheering fairgoers, ringing bells, swinging rattles, and waving flags. On the starting line, there are 8 giant snails, having their shells scrubbed by pixies. Above the circular course is a wooden gantry. A wooden gantry hangs from the branches of a central tree, where 2 goblins officiate the proceedings. As the group arrives, they see this much, and in addition to a few other individuals who stand out just a little bit more than the common fairgoers, one being that centaur gentleman looking for bets on the snail racing, a very popular course event here in the carnival. There's also what appears to be a young elf with a shock of teal hair and a halfling. The halfling currently playing the lute. We are currently down one of our other players this week. But what would everybody like to do?
Snail racing.
Snail racing. Do you wish to enter as a jockey?
Yes. No idea what that entails, but yes.
Okay.
How big are these snails?
They are giant snails. You can ride them.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can. But...
Yeah, I was like, we don't know how well you can ride them.
Hang on. Let me check. I had a handout a moment ago. Let me see, just because these guys were pretty big. Player handouts. Here we go.
There we go.
They're pretty big.
Medium or large sized?
You're medium.
You can be whichever you want. I'm gonna say that you can't ride a horse, but these guys look bigger than a horse.
Might be a little awkward with the seat on there, but I'm sure
It
they
might
take
be
it off for
a
you.
little bit awkward.
I'll just watch.
You'll just watch, okay. Alright, where are my beautiful They are. Where's our side?
I feel like you need some sort of lift to get a horse and a snail anyway.
Wee bit, I suppose.
They are technically considered large beasts, but they look extra big to me. I'm gonna say these guys are extra big. Alright. In that case, so those of you looking to place bets or enter as a jockey may approach the goblins to do so.
I'd like to place a bet.
You're going to place a bet as well?
Yep.
Do you wish to enter as a jockey at all? You can't.
Nope.
You can't. Okay. You can only do one or the other. All right.
No, I expect it to go badly if I try to be a jockey.
Okay. So, how much would you two like to bet?
Oh, I don't even know how much gold do we have now.
I'm gonna bet 5 gold on Zahir.
You're putting 5 gold on this year.
Yep.
Well, let me do this first. As a was this year being the only one of the party currently to enter as a jockey, you're not going to need a ticket punch because you work here, but you can approach easy enough. The 2 goblins kind of like look in your direction. Sasir!
Well,
Welcome!
welcome. I wanted to show my friends the snail races, and it seems that they chickened out on being able to ride these speed demons, so I will be raiding.
Well, yeah, best to show them how it's done then. All right, welcome. Which snail would you like? Shelly Moo, Nimblefoot, High Road, Quickleaf, Flower Flash, Wizzy, Breakneck, or Queen's Majesty?
Wizzy, of course.
Wizzy it
I was
is.
gonna say, Wizzy sounds like the type of snail to have like flames on the side of it.
It does now.
Funny you mentioned that. He's actually got orange streamers and flags attached to it. It really looks like fire as he goes.
Fuck yeah.
Excellent.
Alright, so Zashir on Wizzy.
It's a falsehood. It's actually the slowest snail.
Edit. Meow. Snail race. Zashir on Wizzy. Alright. Alright, anybody else entering? You all see that the halfling, the elf, and a few other individuals all enter as well. Once everyone ends up signed in, the goblins kind of do take a moment to go over this information, make sure they have everything situated out before looking to the rest of the crowd. All right, bets are now open.
I'd like to bet 5 on Zashir and Wizzy.
5 on Zashir and Wizzy.
I overhear that, and I also place 5.
5 also on Zashir and Wizzy. Zashir and Wizzy are the popular ones.
It's gonna suck when I let these guys down.
1/3 of my gold.
Same.
All
Win it.
right. So basically, the way this is going to work. Sashir, you were not lying when you said that these snails really get going when they pick up speed. The way this works, you can, if you want to, make a check, an animal handling check, to get your snail to move a little bit faster. Depending on the success and or failure of the check, will determine how much faster or slower it goes.
Fun.
Or you can just let it coast. Excuse me. So this track is a total of 480 feet long. But as everybody is called to, as the viewers are called to their stands, and the jockeys assisted in mounting up on these snails. Everybody kind of gathers, and before one of the goblins speaks out, "All right, everybody, who's ready for some snail racing?" And the crowd begins to cheer again. And then he calls out, "Jockeys, take your places. You are free to race upon the fireworks. First one to reach the end wins and earns a prize." And as everyone lines up, preparing for the next race to begin, Sashir, go ahead and give me an animal handling check as all of a sudden a series of multicolored fireworks just sparks up alongside you, and then another pair further down and another pair further down as you feel a sudden jolt of speed under you.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey!
All right.
Nice.
Your check succeeds by more than 5. Your snail increases speed by 20 feet.
It's going so fast.
Boom. As everybody takes off, most of them start to trail a bit further behind. So you hear the crowd start to go wild as dirt is being kicked up by how quickly these snails are moving, 80 feet per round, and accelerating. The two in the lead would be Zashir, neck and neck with Yep. Zashir slightly ahead of the aforementioned elf, who's slightly ahead of the aforementioned halfling, who's slightly ahead of, or actually who's a ways ahead of everybody else. Go ahead and give me another animal handling. Oh wait, hang on. See if anything happens. Oh, okay. The snail furthest in the back falls even further behind. As everyone begins to cheer, this would be Shelly Moo. Or Shelly Moo. Oh. No, I'm wrong. Queen's Majesty, oh no.
I know.
Oh no.
No, it's Shelly Man. I already said it was Shelly Man. Alright, so then go ahead and give me your next animal handling.
17. Oh boy,
17.
you guys did put in a good bet.
Alright. You sure did. Again, you pull further ahead. You're now about 20 feet ahead of the second racer, with the one in second place, that elf. And again, the halfling is starting to tail with the rest, as again, most of the snails do not make it. Alright. This time, everyone sees like a head of lettuce just kind of like roll in the middle of the track, and one of the snails, Flower Flash, suddenly slows down. The yellow streamer's just coming to a halt as it pauses to eat this lettuce and does not move. The jockey on the back starts screaming obscenities.
Dino sabotage came into play.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and make me one more. Not the last one, but go ahead and make me another animal handling.
Oh my
Jesus.
god, I'm so good at
Yeah.
this.
Alright.
I quit the game and take up the snail racing.
Yeah. Zashir, you've done this before. You know how this works. You start to eke ahead of everybody else, as there is just a plume of dirt behind them. Whoops. I'm just gonna drop out the lowest ones at this point. No. Yeah, you're about
Jesus.
yeah, you're about 40 feet ahead of the second place one, so you're ways ahead at this point.
Jay, did you intend to roll the D7?
Yes.
Okay.
No complication this time. Give me another.
Yeah, there it is. It was bound to happen.
Okay.
It's
Everybody
still
else does no better.
awesome.
You're in the same position as you were before.
Oh no. Wait till someone hits the item box and the blue salt shaker gets thrown.
Oh no. The crowd is cheering wildly. Let's see which snail gets inspired. Two. The halfling begins to catch up a little bit, overtaking the elf, and is now in second place, about 30 feet behind you. Got 2 more checks to go, 1 more. But you are fast approaching the finish.
No, no.
Oh no. Okay. 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 As your snail begins to flag a little bit, getting a little winded, the elf again starts to overtake the halfling, who again falls behind a little bit, and now the elf is about is back to 20 feet behind you. Right. Nothing happens. No complication. Last roll.
Alright, I'll take it.
Your snail increases another 10 feet. Let's see what these last 3 behind you get. Okay. You start to speed ahead. The halfling picks up speed, overcoming the elf again, and quickly approaching you. And it looks like it's going to be close as you see the finish line coming up. Everyone's cheering. There's a goblin with flags held up high, waiting for the snails to pass. There, as the halfling starts to get closer, 20 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet, you overtake the finish line. And everyone cheers. As this happened, there's a trough just like filled with like greens and foods, and some clear water, as the snails one by one cross the line and dip their long necks into these troughs and begin to feast. But you came in first, followed by the halfling, followed by the elf, followed by everybody else.
I make sure that it gets another head of lettuce for winning, or cabbage, whatever. I just pat him. Good speed. Something family.
And an old man, balding on the top, kind of like rolls out a cart of lettuce and gives an extra bit of lettuce, some extra cabbage to the lead snail. This giant snail kind of like cranes its long neck towards you, and you feel the little antennae kind of like brush over you before it eagerly turns back to its waiting meal.
Yeah.
All right. There are a lot of cheers and a good number of sighs of disappointment, but everyone seems to be in very good spirits. The other jockeys kind of dismount, many of them smiling. As you step down, you see one of the original 2 goblins kind of waving you over. Excuse me. Alright, winner of the snail racing is Zashir on Wizzy! And again, the crowd cheers as you are handed like a small golden trophy. But as you're handed this trophy, you notice that it's like a little vial on top, and inside this cupped vial is a potion of some sort.
Yeah, so what's it do?
Oh, this is a potion of advantage. You can drink it, and you can choose to have an easier time on doing something, anything at all. But it only works once, so use it wisely.
I see. They will tuck it away into their pouch and use it at the most advantageous time.
Yeah, it's a sparkling golden mist on the inside that pours like water. So you get yet. Do I have a thing for it? You are. Oh, here it is. Burp. I wish I had pictures for these. But that is your potion there. The rest of the jockeys are given prizes in the consolation prizes in the form of magic wands, and you see one of them delightfully spin this magic wand, and a trail of dancing lights is produced. And the wand then turns into a tulip. Those of you who bet 5 gold get 10 back.
Hey.
Yay! So I'm now up to 20 gold. Charles coming up to here with using persist. Okay, we try that again. Charles coming up to Zahir with her fingers shooting sparkles from prestidigitation. You won! Awesome!
Yeah. It was. I told you these things get real fast. It's you are missing out. Once you feel the wind in your hair, you really feel alive.
I'm really impressed. Do they don't have like those people just tossing cabbages into obstacles?
Yeah, that was a new one. That doesn't normally happen, right?
Not normally. That was someone from the audience, and those who were paying attention would have seen a pair of goblins escort them out of the stands.
There you go. Yeah, that's not normal. Made for an interesting turn of events, but yeah, the cheating isn't really tolerated here, unless it's in our favor.
It's true. Y'all were missing out.
I'm guessing a goblin said that.
No, it was actually a halfling.
Yeah.
When you turn and look, you see her just kind of like reclining in the stands as people are kind of like filtering out, and as the pixies all kind of like gather around the snails and are polishing their shells again in preparation for the next race.
Here's the one that won second place.
I am.
Those are really close racing at the end. They didn't expect you to come back from third to pass the elephant.
Yeah, I think she and I had a pretty good chance. Seemed at home.
I'm Chell, by the way. Chell's gonna hold out their hand to them. Sparkler's turned off.
She will extend her own hand, and let's see. Do I have a handout for her? No, it's not her. Where is she? Huh. Did they not give me a handout for her? Outsiders. give me what I need. Oh, here she is. Haha, haha. And let me... And no, they did not give me... Yeah, they did not give me a handout. Okay. So, as much as I'd like to give a picture of her, let me show you guys at least. There's a little halfling just kind of like reclining in the stands. There's a little white toad kind of sleeping on one of her shoulders. For you guys, like that's the picture they gave, but I don't know why. I don't know why this does not have a handout for her.
Oh, why not just make one?
Yeah. Yeah, see if I can do that.
Also, dogs, they flock.
Oh, I can't upload pictures, that's why.
Make the handout, I'll put the picture in.
Alright. Let me edit that. Alright, so you all see that lovely little lady there. But she extends her hand and says, "Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ellie Tumblestone."
Absolutely right. It is. Have you been to the carnival for long today?
Oh, as long as they need to be.
Are they not wearing wings, by the way?
They're wearing wings.
Okay.
Those of you with tickets, go ahead and roll me just a straight wisdom check.
Wait, tickets for what?
You have to have
To get
tickets
into
to
the
be in the
carnival.
carnival. You would
Oh,
have
okay.
some.
Yeah, unless you work for the carnival, you would have tickets, and you would also have a pair of wearable fairy wings that you're meant to carry on you.
Straight wisdom is 19.
Okay. Verndari, something about it strikes you as familiar, but you can't put your finger on it. Shell, you seem to recall when you got your ticket, you were given a free ticket upon arrival. So would have Vendari. But the thing you remember about that free ticket is that stamped on it was were two letters. And those two letters being those two letters being E.T.
They were to what?
Those two letters, the two letters that were stamped on your ticket being E.T.
Oh. Chel's gonna take out her ticket and lift it up so that you can see the whole ET. Like, any connection? Well, they tap at it.
Maybe. And she begins to pluck at her lute.
Oh. No, I see you're a musician as well.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I just said I see that you're a musician as well.
I am. Saw your performance, by the way. Pretty good.
Thank you. I don't normally perform in front of crowds.
Seem to handle yourself pretty good.
Well, you know how it is. When you start playing, you just kind of get in a groove.
And as you say that, she does a quick little tune in rapid succession. Know exactly how you feel.
Well, it has been quite good talking to you. I believe my friends and I have to go out to next attractions pretty soon, though.
Of course. You're exactly where you need to be.
Of course. It was a pleasure meeting you.
And she gives a nod and continues to pluck at her lute.
How long do we have till the top next hour?
I would say, with how quick the snails are, you've probably got half an hour, maybe a little less.
Is there anything else you two wanted to see?
We should probably go talk to. Where's their name? Delagon.
Oh, yes. Maybe she's finally found a child to give us.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I missed something.
Would you have... I would say... if Verndari had just arrived to begin their search for someone who might be in search of something, I'm gonna say, yeah. I'll give you a little mysterious hook. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sec. Perception.
17. You overhear them speaking, and when you hear the words, you're exactly where you're meant to be. You hear another voice not too far from you, and a different voice, and you hear, "And so are you. You may want to keep up with them."
With them.
When you turn to look, you see the elf with the shock of color in her hair, and she just kind of like gives a nod before she traces her fingers, and you see a shimmering portal like open up briefly, and she just smiles and gestures to the party in relation to what she said, as both she and the halfling just kind of like step back and vanish in a puff of mist.
Okay.
They seem to know something.
I'll catch up with the other two or three.
Or technically, we have Kenku with us as well.
You do have a Kenku with you as well.
I'll
There's a
catch up
Kenku
with
with
them.
us?
Stream whistle.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, for the heist.
Okay, so wait. One of you is a human. One of you is a changeling and a gnome.
Yeah.
One, and yes,
Okay.
and then there's a Kenku that is
Kenku.
following them as well.
Kenku
Okay,
is an
I'll, like-
NPC.
Kenku's an
I'll like
NPC.
follow along, maybe like 15 to 20 feet back, trying to make it look not so obvious that I'm following them.
Give me a stealth check. Everybody else give me a
Shit.
perception check.
This is gonna be with disadvantage.
Clop, clop,
Oh.
clop.
Okay, I didn't mean to do it twice.
Oh, that's fine.
Do you ever get the sense that you're being followed?
Clop, clop, clop.
All the time, actually, yes.
You know, you could just walk with us instead of trying to seem like you're not tailing us. Because you're a centaur and you have a tail.
You're a very observant one. One.
Yes.
I can be when the time suits me.
I'll trot along to catch up to them.
You also bet on Sahir here.
I did.
I didn't realize how fun this was gonna be.
So, as I explained to my friend, I take a 15% cut from your earnings.
Not sure that seems fair.
Why not? I'm the one who won you the money.
I could have bet on a different snail.
And lost.
True.
So we're in agreement.
And my curse. No. Yeah, I suppose so. I could have bet on another snail and lost for sure. Thank you for winning the race.
No problem. It was quite easy. We were going to be spending the next couple hours wandering around. Did you want to join us? It's very important we get to our destination in the next 2 minutes before everything goes bad.
And then
Yeah.
you hear Kettlesteam say, "You're exactly where you're meant to be."
Oh, that's not ominous at all. I suppose if you're going to be following adjacent to us, we should introduce ourselves. I am Zashir Ashar. I work here at the carnival. I've been showing these others around.
I'm Chell, and Chell's gonna motion to Constantine. This is Constantine. And Steam Whistle. The Stream Whistle.
I'm Vandari, and I should let you know that I was following another group of people, but they grew tired of my what they called antics. But it's not my fault.
Seems rather quaint.
Oh no, you have it too.
No, I just thought if I did it too, it would make you feel less awkward.
Oh,
Did it work?
No, I don't think so. So.
Damn. All right. Well, maybe next time. Come on. We've been standing around for at least an hour. We should keep moving.
Where do you all
Yes,
go?
we're heading to the lost property booth.
Lost property booth. So you all make your way over to the lost property where you had previously met Dear Legrand. It's just a fun name. Dear Legrand.
And you actually have a picture of
I
them.
do actually have a picture of Dear Legrand. Handouts. Dear Legrand, hello. Where'd you go?
Oh, butterfly panther thing.
Yeah, butterfly panther thing. Where is my beautiful butterfly panther thing? Oh! Well, shit!
Named NPCs.
There was a picture of her.
Ha 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 ha.
Damn it, I was looking all over for that.
Look at that adorable frog, though.
I know, right? Where's my Dear Legrand? Hey, why do you guys not have this picture? No, you should have that one too.
They're about to do lewd stuff in that cabin.
They are.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Stuff they do in there.
Mr. Witch knows what's up. He's like, yep.
Yep.
They don't like eavesdroppers watching their private conversations. They're like, you're going to have to make it up to us.
You can be very stealthy.
We were very stealthy. We didn't get caught.
Somehow.
Somehow, yeah. Saw
Oh my
everything.
goodness, where is? Am I like overlooking this?
You can type in the search.
Right, I can do
alphabetically.
that. Dear Legrand.
I feel like this curse is gonna get just out of hand.
Hand. No, it's perfect. Don't ever change it.
There she is. Mama Dear Legrand.
It's cured, still does it.
Yeah. So you all return to the lost items place where you had previously met Dear Legrand, the mother of Little Star, who had gone missing. When you find the displacer beast again, she's lounging and keeping watch over the lost items cart, but you notice that the children must have been picked up by their parents already, as they are gone. But when she sees you, the tentacles on her back kind of like lift up again as she notices you approach. The fabric wings unfurling as she does. And you hear, "Welcome back."
Dear Legrand, hello.
Again, Daragon.
How goes
Oh.
your search?
We have a plan that could very well prove to be fruitful.
Is that so?
We're going to try to acquire something from Mr. Witch that should help. We were wondering if you had an idea how to assist us with that. We are going to have, Mr. Light will be visiting with this Candlefoot and Palace Shop. So, to congratulate them for their nuptials. Well, pending nuptials, I suppose.
Oh yes, I had heard word travels quickly. It's good that there's a little bit of joy, a lot of bit of joy here. Your plan, though, you You said you wish to acquire something from them.
Yes, it's the watch Mr. Witch carries.
I see. So, your goal in purloining this watch, am I to guess that it is to leverage information from them?
Yes, it is.
Information that could potentially lead to my little star?
Correct.
We're hoping that it's so.
I see. When you confront them, then, after you acquire this item, I will be there. And to support you.
Oh, thank you, dear John. We're going to try at the top of the next hour. So quite soon, actually.
You see her like stand up on her 6 legs, and she pads over to the lost items cart and starts to dig through a number of different things for a moment. After about a minute, she pulls out what appears to be a wand, and she's just kind of like holding it in her mouth and kind of taps it on the side of the cart before approaching you, and one of the tentacles kind of like close around it for a moment. And so, which one of you is going to be doing the purloining?
Either Stream Whistle or Sahir. I'm afraid I'm not that good at that sort of things, unfortunately.
Kettlesteam says, either Kettlesteam or Zahir. Zashir. And just repeats it.
Well, definitely Kettlestream. They volunteered.
And so she looks at the Kenku before taking the wand in her mouth again, and kind of like turns her head to wave the wand, and Kettlesteam suddenly shimmers and fades a little bit, and then she puts the wand back in the cart. And that should help.
Thank you very much.
When will you attempt this?
Yes, we will.
And then another voice calls out from the stream, because the lost items cart is right next to the river. You hear a voice calling out, "Hello!" from the river.
Hello.
And when
Hello.
you look over, you see Palasha waving.
Oh. Hello again. You are certainly keeping busy today, Palasha.
Well, Candlefoot and I have just had our break. I heard about what's going to happen. Thought I should let you know.
Do tell.
We're going to speak with Mr. Light now.
Thank you. We'll give you a moment, then we'll go and attempt it.
I would say you have minutes. We'll keep them busy as long as we can. But they will want to attend to the carnival, so they will be eager to get back together. Good luck! And she dives underwater again. And then Dear Legrand kind of looks to the rest of you and says, well, it sounds like your mission is underway.
Oh, yes. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
You guys ready to go back to the staff area?
Let's do it. We're going to the staff area, by the way. I know you just decided to tag along, but we're gonna go do crime. Not really crime, more extortion, but it's crime for the greater good. Also, I might get fired for it, so it's fine.
It's fine. I've worked here for 30 years.
It's all gonna work out.
Time is relative.
I'm fine with crime.
Oh, good.
I'm so happy. Alright.
It's gonna get to a point where it's just gonna be like, oh, you're cured, and I still do it.
I do hope so.
Turns out you weren't cursed at all, you were just having fun. It turns out you weren't cursed at all, you just had a speech impediment.
No way.
The cure was inside you all along. Alright. So how do you all go about this?
We walk.
As you're walking back towards the staff area, you do notice that there is the bugbear you met. Oops, wrong page. Also wrong page. Burley sees you all approaching, and before Thaco the clown can lift his head to notice you, he quickly turns, puts an arm around him, and begins to speak to him, holding a book out, and appears to be giving you a quick in. But for the moment, at least, the wagon in which Mr. Witch and Mr. Light reside is unguarded.
Do we just try to sneak in, or do we try to get them to come out?
Do we just try to sneak in, or do we try to get them to come out? You hear a disembodied voice. Your own voice.
Oh. Ken Coos. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty stealthy.
I can certainly try.
I'm not too bad at it, I'm just not good at it at all.
hear a few. You hear a voice again, a different voice, but you can probably assume since it's disembodied and next to you. Leave it to me.
Alrighty, you got this.
All right, let's see how this goes. If this works out or not. Anybody else going to do anything else before they make their attempt?
Are we all stealthy, or is it just them?
It sounds like Kettlestein had moved on ahead.
Mhm.
You are able to do whatever you want, or you can leave it in the hands of Kettlestein.
I'll go in with Kettlestein, and
That's,
I feel like this is important, so I'm gonna drink my advantage potion.
All right.
Damn it! I was
miss-
expecting a shit roll.
Well, for the next hour,
Oh.
you can choose to use advantage.
Oh, sweet.
You choose to use it as long as it's used in the next hour.
Okay, that'll help then.
All right. Oops. These are the wrong sets of monsters.
Now wait, hold on. Is this an actual hour or is a sheer hour? Because that might be significantly less.
Or significantly longer.
Or longer.
It could be till next Tuesday.
Oh no. Roll me a d100.
Yay.
Aim high.
Boop, 71.
Alright.
Y'all, I'm never going to use this advantage. Well,
Cool. Now roll 1d8.
2.
It lasts 2 hours on it, which is an hour as a sheer time.
Alright, that works for me.
Because Feywild. I love this kind of shit. All right.
Yeah, Joe's gonna stay outside because our friend's not stealthy.
Yeah.
what do you mean I'm the stealthiest person I know?
No, but Joe's not stealthy.
Oh,
So you begin to slip inside along with you assume the Kettlestein. There is no sound from the two of you. Very little sound, and what little sound there is does not seem to be noticed from Mr. Witch, who currently seems to be looking over a few papers in preparation for a coming ceremony. He's going over and seems to be going over inventory and looking over what's going to be offered for the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. But he seems currently preoccupied. Let's see. All right. Chemistry we don't have. Okay.
so at what point do we run in there and save them? Them.
Well, I suppose if we hear a fight, that'd be a point to try to help.
Okay. Mr. Witch rolled a 22. One is perception. Doesn't notice you, Sashir. The 22 is against Kettlestream, who you see invisibly his watch kind of like float up and start to tug, and you notice that the chain attached to it is still clipped to his pocket, and it tugs a little bit. Enough for him to notice, but he looks in that direction to see the floating watch. What do you do, if anything? Or do you just want to watch this play out?
I'm gonna watch for now.
Alright. So Mr. Witch sees this and he's like, what the devil? And he reaches out for the watch, and as he does, you hear what sounds like a lullaby. And as this song goes, and it sounds like humming, but Kettlestream's figure starts to shimmer into existence. Now he's going to try and make a save. Kettlestream's figure comes into existence as they begin to hum a lullaby, but there's a sudden squawk as Mr. Witch yanks backwards again, and he says, "Ritual thief." He's going to take an action now.
Really wish I had Stunning Fist.
Get more levels.
Oh man, what can he do?
He's gonna blow this bird up.
Yeah, he's gonna lift his cane and like start swinging it to try and get Kettlesteam to back up. Oh, okay.
Oh.
The first one hits. Oh no. Okay, Kettlesteam, where's your health at?
Oh no.
You hear a sudden as some feathers go flying. Okay.
Can I use this distraction to try and lift the watch?
Yes, you may. He hasn't noticed you yet, so you're at advantage. Alright, let's see if he notices this. Let me turn his thing off so you can... Oops, wrong hit. So you can actually see his rolls now. He does not notice. It is still attached to the chain. What do you do to disconnect this chain? As you're grabbing it.
I will probably just, usually they're not like attached to something, but they're just clipped on, so I will probably just lift the clip. I take the whole chain.
Yep, okay. You quickly unclip it, and he doesn't notice as his watch is lifted from him. Still hasn't noticed you yet, as he's occupied with the Kenku. But Kettlesteam, looking like he just quite literally got smacked away, starts to... what's Kettlesteam gonna do? He's gonna do...
Run.
He's right next to him, though. Ooh, you know what he could do? No, he doesn't. Kettlesteam doesn't want to kill anybody. They're gonna try their little thing again. They start to hum again. Their second one. And this time, as Mr. Witch is swinging the cane, he starts to like stagger a bit before. and just there's a loud as he goes down.
Zashir's gonna look at Kettlestein. Are you all right?
Kettlestein's got like one of his eyes is like partially swollen shut, and he goes, and then you just hear never better.
I give him a thumbs up. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right, you two slip out again. Before he comes to, and rejoin your party, you have the watch in hand.
Also, important question: does this mean our pacifist run is ruined because Kettlestein got into a conflict?
That what is ruined?
Our pacifist run. You made combat rolls. It was a joke.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you didn't, so
That's fair.
yeah. So no.
So no genocide run for us then.
Yeah, no genocide yet.
Yeah.
That's next game.
Yeah, you haven't taken like you can still take some renegade options, but your paragon is still significantly higher.
Oh, we were doing an Undertale reference.
Yeah, I was doing another one.
Yeah, new game.
So we can shoot the pipe above him.
New game plus, we kill everybody in the carnival.
All right, but you all slip out and rejoin your party just outside the staff area.
We did it.
Who has the highest passive perception?
Passively, I have
11?
14.
Okay.
I don't know. Hang on. Passive.
It'll be on the left side of the sheet.
Oh, yep, 10.
Okay. Sashir, you're the first one to notice this, probably along with Kettlestream. You do notice in the distance that Mr. Light is coming back with a great big smile on his face, and he almost seems to be like dancing as if having just heard good news. And he makes his way back to his wagon. A moment passes. Another moment. Oh no! Guards! And suddenly, you see Burley and Thaco start curling around to go tend to Mr. Witch, who is completely unharmed. But they both enter the wagon.
Time to go.
Like, leave the area or go to the confront them?
Yes.
Oh dear.
We gotta stick to the plan. Did
So
you forget-
Kel and Dooley doesn't remember what the plan is at this
I was
point.
like, did you forget what the plan was?
Yep.
I, out of character, also forgot what the next step of the plan was. It's been a week.
Yep. Kettlestein speaks up in Burley's voice again. I don't approve of stealing, but if you can get Mr. Witch's watch, you can use it as leverage to get him to spill the beans.
Right, we were supposed to get him to confess to something.
Oh, to tell us about the Hourglass Coven and what happened to Little Star and why the accidents are happening.
Yeah, so let's go talk to him. I'm honestly gonna hang back quite a bit because I probably will get fired for this. So if you guys are the ones doing the talking, it'll probably draw less attention to me.
Okay. Could I have the watch then?
Yep, I hand it over.
Kettle seems also gonna hang back a bit.
I get stopped again.
Yeah, Kettlestein cast Disguise Self, and they look like Zashir now.
But part of me wants to follow suit.
Alright.
Not going to, but...
So, those of you who are approaching, as you approach the caravan, you hear a little bit of worried back and forth in the on the inside. On the inside of the cart, as this is going on, Burley, who's kind of standing in the entrance, suddenly turns around, reaches up and picks the pumpkin head off, and just like looks at you, just kind of like silently waiting to see if you all had followed the plan he's recommended.
Yeah. Kel will show the watch, then just cover it with her hand again.
He bangs on the side of the wagon, and it goes quiet, and you just hear, bosses, someone's here who might be able to help, and you just hear, well, send them in already. And as you do, and as this happens, he says, Zacho, step out here for a minute. And he does, leaving you to enter as the two of them stand guard.
Okay. Did Vendaro come with me? Or am I by himself?
No, I'll go with you, sure.
Oh, thank God. I'm too squishy to be alone.
I mean, I'm still here. I'm just hanging back.
I also was roped into this, so I feel like I should.
You're the perfect patsy for this. Don't worry.
It was me.
All right. So the two of you are able to are led inside. At which point you see Mr. Witch kind of like just sitting in a chair with his face in his hands, and Mr. Light like with one arm on his shoulder, looking very worried, looks up. Did you see the thief? What happened?
It froze on me for a little bit, so I didn't hear what you said.
Did you see the thief? What happened? This carnival's doomed without that watch.
Oh. Yeah, I was coming over to the big top, and this Kanku nearly ran right over me. Yeah, he dropped something, though, which I thought might be yours. I was gonna show the watch.
Blasted Burton, and he stands up, and they see it, and then there's a sudden look of hope in his eyes. And Mr. Witch kind of like stands up and extends his hand. Well, hand it here.
Sure, but I do have a couple of questions that I forgot to ask earlier. I hope he'd be okay.
Of course, just give me the watch first.
Just a moment. I was wondering if you guys would be able to tell me what you knew about the Hourglass Coven.
The two of them look at each other as he kind of like lowers his hand. What are you getting
Well, I'm kind of hearing whispers about it around the carnival, and it sounds kind of frightening. Like, don't be causing some accidents as tribute or something. And as the purveyors of this carnival, I figured if anybody would know, it'd be you two.
We don't know anything about the Hourglass Coven.
You don't?
Are you sure? You seem kind of frightened when it's mentioned.
And you see them kind of like exchange glances again before another voice picks up, and it's Durigon. As she kind of like pokes her head through like one of the windows on this wagon, kind of like peering through. Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, if you would be so kind to provide any information to these adventurers, I personally would be grateful. I need to know what happens to my little one. I must have my cub back, or at least know what happened to them. And the two of them look at each other again, and Mr. Light's expression kind of softens. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Oop. And
23.
oh, thank God for the advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mr. Light looks to the witch and says, we might as well come clean. And with a heavy sigh, he kind of lets out a breath and nods finally. All right. And Light speaks up again as he talks. He says, "The Hourglass Coven has taken control of Prismere. The creator of this carnival is, as mentioned before, is an archfey, one that some of you are actually looking for, if I'm not mistaken."
Yes. That'd be me and my friend Constantine.
Yes. Zabilna originally had owned the Witchlight Carnival even before we came in possession of it. Whatever happened to her has affected not just her realm, but the carnival itself. And then Witch speaks up again. They are extorting us. We do not want to return to the Shadowfell, and for allowing us to remain where we are, happy. They are allowed to send in thieves to steal from various guests or who have not paid for a ticket. That's why we offer those wings. Anyone with a wing has paid for a ticket and thus are protected from the thieves.
So what you're saying is, if we want to lure them out, we need to take our wings off.
If you are looking to lose something precious.
Oh no, we were going to stop them from extorting the carnival and get the information we needed about, everything that's going on.
If you intend to thwart the thieves themselves, I'm sure the hags in charge of them would just find others to work for them.
So we should go beat up the hags.
It's a task easier said than done, but that is one way to deal with it. We are certainly no match for a hag's coven.
Would there be a way to change the bargain, so to speak, so they wouldn't steal from the guests or who have paid or not?
Mr. Witch speaks up. You'd have to offer something they really, really want.
They would also be in Prismere, correct?
That's right. Whatever they did in the coven, or whatever they did in Prismere, has somehow put Zybilna out of has somehow put her out of commission. We regrettably don't have any way of fighting back except to protect fairgoers as best we can.
Do you have a way to find the Vilna, maybe, by any way?
She would likely be at the center of Prismere itself.
Where would the entrance to Prismere be?
And they both kind of like sigh. And a lot of you plan on trying to undo the coven, then.
Well, I was hired to find the Vilna, but to do so, it seems like I'll have to go through the coven, which I will admit does seem like to be quite the task.
Well, Zybilna, maybe even the coven, might be able to aid you in your various curses as well, but I take caution. Yes, the Feywild can be a dangerous place. Return the watch to me, so that I may manage the carnival, or we may manage the carnival. And the light speaks up. We'll show you the portal. If the portal will open easiest at dusk and dawn, when the veil is thinnest.
Would I can't find a Swiss kitty's name currently.
Star.
Would Star also be in Prismere?
At that, you hear, or you feel the wagon like shift a bit as the very large displacer beast seems to very interestedly press herself against the side of the wagon. Mr. Light kind of speaks up hopefully. If Star has wandered anywhere, that's most likely through the portal. Where in Prismere they might be, well, that's anyone's guess.
I'll just gonna look to the group, see if they have any more questions. Zahir, Frida, do you have anything else to ask?
Not really. I wish Constantine hadn't run off. He might have been able to ask about the thing he was looking for.
Oh yes.
And he pipes up as a currently on autopilot, where his stuffy is, and they also note, Mr. Witch knows anyone who has snuck into the carnival before and was a victim of one of the thieves. It's probably one of the hags.
So all the more reason to go beat them up.
With that, Chell will hold the pocket watch out to him.
And he quickly takes it and secures it back into his pocket. And they look to each other, and there's just kind of like a silent exchange between them. And Mr. Light says, "Well, there's about a little over an hour left of the festivities. Feel free to relax a little bit longer and meet us outside of the Hall of Illusions. From there, we will show you to the portal."
Of course. Thank you for your assistance with this.
Oh, and if you wish, we will be naming the Witchlight Monarch. We'll be outside the Hall of Illusions once that's complete and the rest of the guests begin filtering out.
I'm quite curious who's going to win that, yes.
And with that, the two of them just kind of settle back.
Okay, well, Chell's
All right.
ready to leave the wagon.
Let's roll. Let's get out of here.
Alright. Well, you all have about a little more than an hour left of the carnival. If you'd like to stay for the crowning of the monarch or visit another place, you may do so.
But you know what we should do now?
What's that?
Take our break.
Absolutely.
All right. Stick around,
Yeah, makes
everybody.
sense.
We're going to get up, take our 5-minute break because it's a little over the time. So we'll be back in 5 and continue on. Boop, boop.
Hello.
Okay. I was talking up at that time.
Welcome back.
I think when the camera froze, like my mic also crashed.
I'm sorry. That didn't quite make it through.
Because I was like, when
Like, your voice sounds distant, and then really close, and then distant again.
better.
Sounds like it. Oh, sounds distant again. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what's up.
Turn this down, I guess.
Returned.
Hello. This is saying I guess my camera froze, my microphone software crashed, and I didn't notice until now.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking during that encounter, and I was like, no one's acknowledging me. I guess maybe I'm just being too quiet.
So sorry, I see that your camera stops every now and then. It's like, oh, it's just being weird. I didn't know it was cutting out.
Well, this is one of the reasons we're getting a new camera on Monday. Because, like, in order for me to set this thing up, I have to use a USB hub. It's really old.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, like, it's a USB 1.0.
Did you ever feed the guinea pig that runs on the wheel? That could be the
What?
issue. I'm saying it's so old it's guinea pig powered.
Oh, yes. I get that now. Okay, so I'm quite distracted because I'm like trying to read all these handouts, and then I'm trying to like figure out, because when you guys were saying, what was the name? Kettle Stream, I was like, who the hell's Kettle Stream?
Yeah, so the handout and
yeah,
and another thing, one says Kettle Stream, one says Kettle Steam.
Okay, yeah.
So that could be adding to your confusion a bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
We caught him, so he's now our friend.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, he like stole from someone else. We caught him. He became our friend.
Mm.
Pardon me. I have the hiccups, and I just hope it's not coming through at all. I try to lean away from my mic when it happens.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, we're back. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Is Dougler back? Because I can't see their face.
I am back.
Okay. Then let's bring it on back officially on for more.
All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the second half of this episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, where it looks like we're pretty close to the end of this chapter, with but an hour left in the carnival itself. But you all have this time to burn. You can choose to visit a place or wait for the crowning of the Witchlight monarch, maybe both, or or just wait outside the Hall of Illusions, as you have secured yourselves a connection to the Feywild, in which Mr. Witch and Mr. Light shall guide you.
First, I want to be here for the crowning of the Witchlight monarch.
Yep.
But we should have enough time to do one thing if we're quick.
Yeah, is there anything else you guys want me to show you? They didn't fire me, so I think I'm still employed. There's this cool ride that is said to sometimes take you to a faraway magical mystery realm if we ride the mine carts, but we may not have time for all that. It's a bit of a throwback to an outdated carnival that used to be. That's just my suggestion.
What's a calliope?
The calliope is an automated organ, makes music.
Which is playing fairly nearby, I think.
It
Yeah.
was near the lost property.
Yeah, it's like you guys passed it a few times. Oops.
Is the carousel filled with like statue horses kind of thing?
Do you want to find out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm for it.
So not the mystery mine, but the carousel.
Sure.
Alrighty. So you all.
Get the mystery mine another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have time.
You all begin to make your way to the carousel to wait out the rest of the end of this hour, and as you make your way there, you see that that this carousel appears to have just like various mechanical horses and steeds of various types, but there seems to be like a number of folks who are just leaving the carousel, and the one you see managing the carousel is Rips. Near. Huh. Now, I know there has to be a handout for her as well, but I've got like 3 different places that they have handouts.
Hello, the Nat 30s. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Hello, thank you. Welcome everyone, much love. Our party is just getting to the end of this chapter. We're nearing the end anyway, but they've got an hour to burn. So, manning the carousel is a woman named Diana Cloppington. And while I know she must have a handout in here somewhere, right here, in fact, and you see this woman.
Look, another centaur.
Hey.
As you approach, she does look up, and you can see that while a procession of wooden unicorns stands motionless on the circular wooden platform, the fairgoers who are making their way out, the female centaur puts the ride, appears to be getting ready for the next set of folks who come through. But as you approach, she smiles, and everybody just give me a insight check. Let's see how much we get. And Sashir, I'll say you get advantage, not that it matters.
Not that it matters.
Like, her face paint is just amazing, I think.
The potion. The wasted potion.
I mean, you haven't used it yet.
I haven't, but I still have a time limit on
You do?
it.
Well, 2 hours, which is 1 hour for you.
Yep.
So, Zashir, you're the only one who picks up on this, and I would say it makes sense. While Diana does smile often and is a very amiable person, there's always been an air of sadness about her. But you all are able to approach her, and she does smile, and looking to you, she says, Zashir, welcome.
Hello. How have you been? It's been so long since I've seen you.
I've been well. And yourself?
I'm all right. I've just been showing these guests around. let me tell you, it's taken days to get them this far. I'm glad they decided to stop on the carousel.
Last stop of the evening, then.
It would seem so. I suggested the Lost Mines, but that would take at least another 3 or 4 weeks.
I see. Well, I would say with your 20, you also know that she professes not to be a centaur.
Darn.
Huh. What does she profess to be?
Human.
Oh. Okay.
She would say that she's a human who made a bad deal.
Okay.
What do you mean bad deal? Centaurs are beautiful.
Centaurs are beautiful. Okay.
Perhaps
No, that's...
to other centaurs.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I did hear there was a particular group being led by you, asking quite a bit of questions.
Only good ones, I hope.
Well, did you find answers to your questions?
As a matter of fact, I think we did. Right?
Yes, we did find quite a few, and hopefully they'll lead to something good as well.
That's the hope.
Well, where do you think these questions are leading you, if I might ask?
Away from here.
Away in which direction?
You're asking...
Sideways, I suppose?
You're asking an awful lot of questions. I'm starting to suspect you might be a spy. You're not a spy, are you?
No, I would just warn you. If you are going through the portal, just be careful.
I didn't know you had such strong feelings for me. To worry so.
I may have told you this story before, but remember when I told you how I had spoke to someone who promised to reunite me with my missing warhorse?
Oh dear, is that how the accident happened?
The one I made the deal with took it quite literally.
Oh, wow, that's...
Oh no.
That's a real damper on all of this.
Which is why I'm telling you to be careful.
I understand, yeah.
Thank you. It's
Did
going to
you
come
want
in
to come
a
with
lot
us
of
so
hand.
maybe we could fix that?
I'm not able to return to... And you see her kind of like choke for a minute as she starts to talk. And suddenly starts to cough. And as she does, brown tree sap starts to come out of her mouth. And she like holds the hand up and straightens up a moment before kind of like brushing it off.
That's not normal. Are you alright?
There's certain things I'm not allowed to talk about. But before you go, you could offer... She takes a moment and looks over to the carousel. Maybe the unicorns can speak in my stead.
I do enjoy talking to unicorns.
Alright, and she walks over to the entrance before turning a sign around that says it's that the carousel is under essential repairs, and then returns to you. And as she does, she reaches behind the small stand where she was previously taking tickets, and she pulls out a little bit of gold paint and some paintbrushes. And handing them over, she gestures to the carousel and says, if you can earn their trust and call each unicorn by their true name, they will answer some questions for you.
How will we find out what their true names are?
You'll have to do a little bit of investigating.
We only have like 5 minutes before the crowning.
It shouldn't
Okay.
take too long.
All right. Well, why don't we get to work then?
And as you approach these unicorns, you see that there are 4 pairs, a total of 8. Looking to the first one, you see the nameplate on one reads Fortune, and the nameplate on the other just has a B at the beginning, 2 empty spaces, and a D at the end.
Is it worn off or is it?
Nope, just looks like there's 2 empty spaces.
Okay.
It's B blank blank D, and the first nameplate says Fortune.
That takes a minute. Can I do an investigation on the unicorn and see if there's anything else on it?
You may.
25.
There's nothing else on it. Just these 2 nameplates, one with some missing letters.
So B space space.
B space space D.
Bold?
Is that what you paint
Yeah,
on there?
bold.
Alright. You paint, you fill in the blanks to make bold. The paint kind of like shimmers and flashes and sets. The second pair, as you move to it, the first nameplate reads PR, there's a blank space, D, and then another blank space. And the second one reads Fall.
Pride. Pride comes
Yeah.
before the fall.
Yep. And you paint in Pride. That nameplate flashes and sets. The third.
Come on, give us a hard one, unicorn. Let's go.
It's getting harder. The third set. The first one reads Stone, and the second one reads M space SS.
M space SS. And the first one was Stone.
Yes.
Awesome.
That is my first instinct too.
There you go. Is that what you paint in?
Yeah, I'm good for moss if everyone else is.
Yeah, let's try it.
Alright. You paint in moss. The proverb was a rolling stone gathers no moss.
Ah, there you go.
Yay!
The last one. The last pair. Good luck. Reads. The first name reads Stitch. The second is in blank space, in blank space.
I'm sorry, one more time for the blanks.
In blank, in blank.
In blank, in blank. Is it 9? Stitch in time saves 9.
There you go.
Oh, hey, dang.
You paint it in.
You're good at these, Ren.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting. I heard Stitch, so my brain was like time, and I was waiting for a T, and then it was like, wait, oh God, what is it? How does it go?
A stitch in time saves 9. And you, with that, you finish the names, and Diana approaches again, and then just speaks. Well, pick a unicorn, call out their names, and if they trust you, they'll talk back. And then she moves to start the carousel whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna get fortune's favors the bold. Or should I do pride before the fall?
Rolling someone clicks on mouse. Who gathers on moss?
I'm gonna sit on pride. No, it sounds fitting.
So, stone.
All right.
I'm just gonna try and run around the carousel. The carousel runs around it.
Okay. Which one are you gonna try talking to? It doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Which ones are Which ones you're on stone and moss and pride?
Pride. I believe pride and stone are taken.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take the Stitch one then.
Okay. So the carousel starts, and some of you are riding. You all start to call out the names of Fortune, Bold, Pride, Ball, Stone, Moss, Stitch, and 9. And as you do, the previously inanimate stone or carved wood unicorns begin to make motions as if they're galloping, and the heads kind of like tilt to take a look to look at you in the eye, and you hear the unicorns speak to you telepathically as they are ridden or run along beside, and they just ask, "What secrets would you like?" You may each ask for a secret.
Who wants to go first?
Just thinking about what to ask, but I'm not sure.
I have 2 ideas. Can we discuss what we want to ask, or is it just decide by ourselves?
Whatever you prefer.
You guys want to talk about it? Because
We could find out more about the Hourglass Coven.
part of me wants to ask about Diane's curse specifically because she said have them speak for her.
That's true. I mean, our new friend here is kind of a free space, so they're not really obligated to ask about what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
My question is pretty simple. It's just, who are these people that I'm following?
People.
Who are these people that I'm following?
Yes.
In your head, you hear the response, and the response comes to you as and these they tell secrets too. So you hear. I'm gonna let the other players decide. What secret about yourselves would you like to have shared?
You can share mine. Because I haven't had to use it yet.
Which secret is that?
The Gift of Gab.
Oh, okay. You hear in your head, Sashir Pashar, cursed to relearn languages every dawn. Constantine, cursed upon losing his stuffed wolf. Ja, eager to learn about her origins as a changeling. All destined for the Feywild.
Interesting.
I know what my question is now.
What's your question?
If we were to come across the Hourglass Coven, what would be the best way to best them?
Ooh, that's a good one. They can only give you one secret.
Flip the hourglass over.
You hear, I can grant one secret. Who would you like to best? Bavlorna Blightstraw, Scabatha Nightshade, or Endolin Moongrave?
Endolin Moongrave, please.
Endolin Moongrave. Endolin Moongrave. An image kind of like flashes in your mind of a very kind of spindly figure drawing strings and pulling puppets, and you can't really make out any details, but as you get this image, face hidden behind a black veil, you hear the voice of the unicorn begin to speak. Oh, this is a good one too. The only way to dispose of Indolin for good is to slay her during an eclipse, whether it's symbolic or an actual solar eclipse.
Oh, it's all right. That's something that happens often here. Cool.
Thank you very much.
All right. Sashir, do you have a question?
Where can we find the coven?
The Coven the Hourglass Coven has split the territory of Prismere into sections for themselves. You may find them in Hither, Thither, and Yon.
Hither, Tither, and Yon.
Yes,
Okay.
one in each.
Oh, good. They divided their power then. Well, that makes that easier then.
And I will allow Constantine to ask his question. And actually, Sion, just remind me.
Where's my dog?
Where's my dog? Which I can give him.
I was going to ask that myself, but yeah, probably best for him to have that.
It is probably.
Well, it was gonna be like oh hey, see, we care about finding your lost dog too. It's like can I know where his dog is so we can help him?
Yeah, and I'll give this to him when he gets here, but I want to be sure that that's the question that he's going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Is the lost dog his curse, or what
No,
happened?
his curse is far worse.
But it is tied to his lost dog.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's part of his backstory. It's the missing dog.
But with that, the carousel does start to come to an end, and as it slows down, Diana kind of approaches. Did you learn useful information?
Yep.
I do believe so. We did.
And you see her kind of like thinking of a way to speak around her own curse.
You did ask about her, right? I know you said you were thinking about it. Oh no.
Not directly.
No, you didn't ask. Fuck. Alright.
It's alright. If you are going to deal with
We can ask them.
certain
We can ask them
unnamed-
directly.
yes,
Because we're beating their faces in.
if you are going to, when you say beating their faces in, you see like a wry smile play across her face. I suppose that will solve many people's curses.
You know, the best one now, at the very least.
Be cautious of them.
Well, they are hags. They are known to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
She looks down to her like horse hat and says, "Don't I know it?"
If while we're there dealing with our own problems, if we have a chance to help you, we should do our best.
There's that. Her smile does kind of like return a little bit. She doesn't seem to be holding her breath, but there is just the slightest bit of hope. Well, I wish you luck, and I hope that their answers proved helpful to you.
Thank you very much.
She gives a nod. Free ride. No ticket punch needed.
Woohoo! Let's go for another spin.
That's very much appreciated.
with that, I'd say you're probably nearing. You probably got half an hour. Probably got like 20 minutes to half an hour before dawn, so they're probably getting ready to name the Witchlight Monarch. You can go to watch that if you want, or you can just head straight to the Hall of Illusions.
Of course, we're gonna watch it. They're gonna crown Chell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to wait for this part for next time so that Stefan is here too? And just wrap up a half hour early.
Yeah. We could do that, but I think before that, I did say that Palasha was going to reward you.
Woohoo.
So,
Oh, yes.
at some point, just during all of this, who would like to learn to sing a bit?
Oh, not me.
I guess I'll do it.
You would.
Every other sentence is just repeated 3 times.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Shell's already good at performing and singing, so.
All right. So she'll give you.
Yeah.
She'll give you a few lessons on like some of the basics of singing, and how to enchant a crowd.
We're becoming a band.
And there's just certain things I need to mark down. Whoops. Fast. Alright. So, I think we will hold off on the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, and that'll tie into the end of this chapter. So you all make your way back to the big top, and as you get there, you see that once again there's a very large crowd drawing. Most of the carnival stars have a part to play in this coronation, which celebrates the joy and zeal of a single guest. The event plays out. And I'll reread this as once we're back, but just to kind of get the scene. Spectators are taking their seats within the big top. Derlegrand escorts Mr. Witch to this coronation, leaving Thaco behind. Mr. Witch and Derlegrand stand on the sidelines next to Candlefoot as Mr. Light is giving a grand speech. Candlefoot, beside him, holds a hat box containing the monarch's crown. And as he's speaking, this evening, the carnival has experienced a rise in its joyous atmosphere. Every emotion that is given improves the experience. One individual in particular has given the most to this atmosphere, and it is that individual today that is going to be crowned our Witchlight Monarch this evening. And he holds up the scepter he was holding, and it begins to glow as glimmers, sparkles begin to emanate from it and a butterfly kind of extends from it and begins to search the crowd as it becomes quiet. And as it draws closer to the crowd, our new monarch. And just before he gives the name, that's where we'll cut it tonight. And hey, we are nearing the end of this chapter.
Ooh.
Come on.
I did want to plan something a little interesting.
Interesting.
So, I do need to do some editing. But hey, I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Next week, I imagine, we will be entering the Feywild itself.
Not next week.
Not next week. Week after next week. Next week, we will be gone for vacation. Yay! But we will return in 2 weeks' time and see where the adventure takes us. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I suppose we can do quick outros if you wish it.
Yep. Tell us who you are, where we can find you. Dougler, go.
Hi everybody, I'm Dooley93 on Twitch and Twitter. I'm going to start doing art on Friday and Sunday, and games it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Thank you all for watching. Who's next?
Striker, go ahead.
You're muted.
Sorry. I'm Canadian Striker, or just Striker. You can find me on social media at Canadian Striker. I stream occasionally, but I have a new job now, so it's kind of whenever I feel like it.
Hello everyone, I am Shay, or Shay the Fae, on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me doing my own stream on my channel, in which I do artwork. I'm actually going to be getting back to a regular schedule when I return from vacation, the aforementioned vacation. I will be looking to start up a game of Things from the Flood, as well as pick up some video games, which I think I will let people vote on, and most importantly, the art. Since I do have a commission, I will probably make that first week all about the drawing as I organize the other things. Other than that, you can find me here on Party Wipe Games and a few other channels that we tend to jump over to, including Valdrian and well, I'm not in the other ones, but I'm also on Valdrian's channel, and that is me.
Alright, hi, I'm Regis of Party Wipe Games. You're watching our channel, Party Wipe Games, where we do a variety of tabletop RPG streams. Tomorrow is the last day you'll see us doing anything before we go on vacation for the week, so don't expect anything next week. But we will be on the aforementioned Valdrian's channel doing the mid-season finale for Mass, a superhero RPG game where I am running and Shay is a player. Big things are going to be happening, so if you want to catch that, it's at 4 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, Fridays. Until then, we will see you next week, as in a week from now. No, 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks' time, whatever. It's fine. I know how time and space work. It's just a share who doesn't understand. Not me, clearly. But we're done, so